Jamie Vermillier said earlier this past week that he needed somebody out there to put up some zeros, and you went out and did it. What was your plan in Sioux City to kind of get this team back on track?
Really, it wasn't really a plan. I went into that series not expecting to pitch, and then about an hour before the game, I think it was the seventh inning of the first game, Verm came up to me and he said, "Hey, Sal's not feeling too good." And I said, "Well, give me the ball." Like, he didn't have to say anything past that. I said, "I want the ball. I'd rather go out at 85, 90% than Sal at 50%. He's our ace. We need him for this stretch run at the end and for the playoffs coming up." And, just going out there and trying to execute pitches. Hollingsworth, put up a really good line there before the rain delay got to him. And then Gabe and Laugh came in and shut them down, gave up 2 hits, I think, in the last 5 innings of that game, which really showed me what they couldn't do against lefties. They struggled very much with the changeup. And then, that second game, I just went out there and was pretty much fastball changeup all game and, was able to throw up some zeros for the club.
Well done. Now let's talk about stuff that really matters, your Dolphins. Did you get to see the replay or any of the highlights of last night's preseason game?
Yeah, I stayed up until about midnight last night reading all the stories and everything. The first team offense looked great. Ryan Tannehill went 6 for 6 with 62 yards and a touchdown. You can't complain about that. The new offense under the offensive coordinator, Laser, coming over from Philadelphia Eagles, looked pretty well. But defensively, we just had a big dagger yesterday with our starting safety, Rashad Jones, going down suspended for 4 games. And then we had Deion Jordan earlier this year go down 4 games. We're going to miss Pouncey in the middle of that offensive line, the only returning offensive lineman we got. He's going to be out probably half the year with hip surgery. So right now we're just trying to weather the storm early in the season. We start out the season with the Patriots. Hopefully the weather down in Miami won't be too nice for New England. They're coming in there with that big offense, and we're missing a couple defensive guys. So hopefully, we can start the year off. I'm just hoping for 500 until Rashad Jones and Deion Jordan come back in, and then we could take off.
Is this a team that's going to have to score more than the other team in the first 7 weeks of the season?
Yeah, definitely. We got to put it on Ryan Tannehill's back, and hopefully he can be like Dan the Man back in the day. That's hoping for a lot. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. But, Ryan Tannehill's he's come a long way since his rookie year, and, we're just expecting big things out of Miami this year.
Aren't you happy that at the end of your season, even if you win the championship, it's over about September 15th, so you can get home to see your beloved Dolphins?
Oh, definitely. I always kid my wife, and I tell her, if I wasn't a baseball player, I'd be a football player. And then she'd say, "Well, you pretty much are a football player because I have no interaction with you on Sundays." So I told her, you're about right. Sundays, even Saturdays now with college football. I went to the University of Tennessee, so SEC football just runs through me, just like the NFL does. And I've come a long way with the Dolphins and seen a lot of heartbreaks.
But you've got heartbreaks now every time you see Tennessee.
Yeah,
because it's all about Alabama.
Yeah, seen that, and it's just been a struggle all around. My dad always kids me, you need a new team, new football teams. And I tell him, no, I just can't do that. He's been a football or Dolphin fan, and he's the one who taught me to be a Dolphin fan. So I tell him, no, how could you tell me that? And he's like, just get off the bandwagon, man. Just hop off while you still can. And I just can't do that. So, I'm praying for a good season for both of them. But those guys, hopefully they stay healthy. That's the main thing.
At every level, go fish.
That's right, go fish.
You have become the new fifth-inning starter. That's a job that not many guys get, and you've obviously responded to it. Do you like it?
Anytime you can go out there and maybe vulture a couple of wins, it's pretty nice. Bump up the stats a little bit, but, when I guess Rick calls on my number, I need to go up, put up the numbers I've been putting up, give us a chance to win, and, I like being put in that spot.
It's an interesting situation because you've done it 2 or 3 times now this year in games that are suspended or in those 7-inning doubleheader games. It's a different kind of approach, though, isn't it?
It is, but I try to keep it the same approach, treat it like if I'm coming in from the bullpen during the game. But it is kind of different. A lot of guys are kind of joking around saying I must be the luckiest guy in the world or something just to rack up all those wins because, the starters, they do work, but if I have to come in and vulture a couple of wins, it feels pretty good.
Football season has started. Are you an NFL fan?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's your team?
I like the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees over there, Jimmy Graham. Those are my go-to guys.
Now, do you follow college football?
Not really. I'm not a big college football fan.
You're a Texas guy, right? Now, why the New Orleans Saints?
Because Drew Brees, he wrote a book. I read it, and he went through a lot of adversity. He had a torn labrum. He went through surgery, battled back, and that's really taken like a big role in my life, just so I can follow in his footsteps, not get too down on myself, because I went through the same thing. I had surgery, and just battling through that adversity is just. He's the one that's shined out through the NFL.
He's also not your prototypical 6'4" pocket passer in the NFL. He's a short guy too.
Exactly, and every time you go up against the odds and the norm, and you succeed at that level, it's pretty cool.
Well, you're succeeding right now. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.